There we go. What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here this morning. It's 6:03 in the morning, you guys, and it's Friday. And somebody above me is making noises. Great, even perfect. But we are here today, you guys, for the review for Abbott Elementary, you guys. This is season 4, episode 13. This episode was titled The Science Fair. Now, before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, you guys, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video. And you guys, with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and get into Abbott Elementary, shall we? All right, you guys, so the episode, it opens up and we see Janine and Gregory, right? So Janine asked Gregory, was he cheating? He said no. Then he asked her, was she cheating? She says no, right? So we find out that these two have placed a bet against each other. So basically, who can go the longest without looking at their phone. They want to do this to, basically strengthen their relationship, right? So we're in the teacher's lounge and Jacob is on his phone and he's like, I wonder who Kim K is dating now currently, right? And then he also talked about a Jumanji remake. So Janine loses it and like, who is she dating? What remake of the Jumanji are they making? Is it The Rock? Is she dating The Rock? Like, she just, she was flipping out, right? And so we find out that Jacob and Gregory set this up, right? This was planned so that way Gregory could win, right? So it was funny to me. So then we see all the teachers in the lounge and Morgan came in and Melissa was like, Morgan, did I see you ride up to school this morning on a scooter? He was like, yeah, because the ex-wife got the car. Then he has another ex-wife that got a lot of stuff from him. I was like, damn, Morton. So you got two ex-wives out there that don't like you and they just took you for everything you own. That says a lot about you as a person, Morton. So he's telling the teachers about the science fair that they're going to be having, right? So he asked for judges and everybody's like, oh. So then he said, and I also need 2 volunteers to supervise the kids. So everybody raised their hands, right? And he picked Janine and Melissa, right? So then when it comes down to people to judge the science fair, he's going to pull from a hat. So he pulls into the hat. The first name he pulls out is Jacob. He's like, okay, let's go again. And Jacob was like, huh? What Jacob? Jacob, you. So he pulls another name. It's Jacob. He tries it again. Jacob. He was like, Jacob, if you really want to do it this badly, you didn't have to cheat. I was like, I don't think that that's cheating. I think that other people wrote Jacob's name. So then he goes into the hat one more time and pulls a name, and it's Barbara. And she was like, huh? And Barbara, Gregory was like, don't look at me. I'm one of the Jacobs. I was like, I know y'all. Y'all all wrote Jacob's name on the paper, but Jacob lets us know he wrote Barbara's name down. I was like, okay, Jacob, I'm here for it, right? So after that, we see Janine and Melissa. So Janine and Melissa are with the kids, right? So there's this young boy because they're going around asking the kids what do they want to do. One little girl wants to do a volcano, right? One kid wanted to do a potato, the light with the potato. One kid didn't want to reveal what she wanted to do, and then there was this little boy named Tyree who wanted to do something with water filtration, right? But his permission slip was not signed. So Janine said, okay, well, why don't you go talk to Principal Coleman about that, right? So he left out, right, to go to Ava's office. Now we see Gregory. So Gregory is in Ava's office, and Ava, he was like, can I talk to you? She's like, nope. Couldn't do nothing but laugh, right? So Gregory told Ava he was at the barbershop. He mentioned the science fair. Her dad is there. Her dad gave some money and donated, right? Because he asked, could he sponsor? And he did that. So he gave her the money that her dad sent, right? And she took it. So then Tyree went into her office and told Ava, like, I didn't get my permission slip signed. She said, wow, you need a permission slip to be a nerd. I said, oh my God, Ava. But, he told her what his project was, and it's water filtration and he has his test, and it's a cup of brown water that he said came from the water fountain. I said, ew. That kind of reminds me of, the water crisis out there in Flint, which I still think I still think that that's a thing, which is crazy that is still a thing out there in Flint. Because I don't think that their water has been cleared yet in Flint. Let's take a look and see. I'm just curious. Like, I'm just curious if it's been, I don't know if it's been cleared or not, but I don't think so. Since I don't live there, I can't really say yay or nay. But if anybody knows anything about that, please let me know in the comment section. So after that, we see Barbara and Jacob. So they're with Morton, right? So he's telling them that basically the criteria on judging the science fair. Barbara, however, wants to focus on the glitz and the glamour. Jacob wonders about the ripple effect, right? So Morton tells them it's a simplistic approach to a subject that actually matters. And he also then says that this is probably something that's new to both of them. And I was like, ooh. I was like, damn, he just basically said that he called y'all, he ain't basically said, he said y'all are not smart in this subject. And Barbara's told him, you know what, you are tap dancing on my last nerve. And the only person that I will be judging is you. And I was like, I know that's right. So, moving back over to Ava and Tyree, right? So Ava told Tyree that she'll definitely help him with the science fair. And so we see as Janine is, because Ava's talking about how she's going to win. They're going to win and kick everybody's butts, right? And Janine's like, there's no winners, Ava. I was like, Janine, you're talking to Ava. Cut it. It don't even matter what you say to her. So Ava told her, you don't know nothing about science. And the little girl she's been talking to, she's like, well, I do know about science. I just have a lot of questions. I'm actually with Janine when it comes to science. Like, I do have questions about certain things, but I have questions about a lot of things in life. But hey, neither here nor there, right? So we see as now this has become a competition. Melissa wants to get involved, and so does Janine. I was like, this was about the kids. And I was like, the way that I think this is not going to be about the kids, I noticed, I peeped that. I was like, this ain't gonna be about the kids after all. So we see as Melissa and Janine are heavily involved with their kids' projects, right? What the kids wanted to do, they don't come in and just basically they're taking over. It's one thing to give a suggestion, but that ain't what these people are doing. So we see Barbara and Jacob, right? So Morton is trying to hang up the sign in the gymnasium. And so Barbara's looking at him and she tells Jacob, like, I think we were a little bit hard on Morton, right? And she's like, I think maybe we should help him. Jacob was like, I was just thinking that maybe we should erase him from our minds. Barbara's like, let's just do the good thing, the right thing, and help the man, right? So, because Barbara said this, the kid, let's do this for the kids. Forget Morton, it's for the kids, right? So with Morton up there trying to hang that sign, he got pissed off, and I believe he said, fuck this shit, because it fell down, and I believe Morton said, fuck this shit, right? Now, Melissa, she is in her classroom, right? And like I said, she and Janine, they have really taken over these kids' project. Melissa keeps talking about having enough light to power up Vegas, something on Vegas, right? The little girl who's on a volcano, She wanted to put some jelly beans on her volcano, right? Which I'm like, jelly beans? I was, okay, no. So Janine suggested she put some trees on there, and she was like, little trees instead of jelly beans. I was like, damn, that was shady. But I mean, little girl, there are trees, in certain areas there. Depends on where you are. You can have trees surrounding a volcano. But jelly beans, what do they symbolize? Never, just was wondering. Okay, so where we at now? So Janine went to Melissa's room to ask to borrow the glue gun, and she said, "Nope, we're using it." Turn around, the glue gun's on the counter and ain't being used, right? And Janine was like, "Melissa, you're not using it. Why don't you just let me use it? We're both trying to beat Ava." And Melissa says, "Well, turns out Daya has gotten involved. Also, someone named Tasha has gotten involved as well." And we would later find out that Mr. Johnson has gotten involved. I was like, y'all have really taken these kids' thing and just made it your own. So Janine was in the hallway and she saw Ava coming in with some stuff, right? I think she had some charcoal, a bag of charcoals with her, right? And so she followed Ava and saw what she and Tyree were doing. So Janine went back to her classroom and told the little girl, "Yeah, we scrapping the volcano," and took the volcano and just threw it on the fucking ground. I was like, now Janine, you know better than that. So Mr. Johnson, the little girl that he's helping, they have a remote control car and a mop. So the mop came in trying to clean up the spill from the volcano, but all it was doing was spreading the stuff from the volcano, right? So after that, we see Barbara. So Barbara and Jacob, they went and apologized to Morton, right? So they told him they want to be treated as equals. He said, "I mean, you'll be treated as an equal if you are equal." I was like, oh God, this is going nowhere. But ultimately, they agreed to come back, right? Now, we saw as Janine was messing with Ava in the hallway. Meanwhile, Ava's father came, right? And he was, he saw Ava. He was like, "I sent the donation and I, didn't hear from you," right? He says, "I've been trying to reach out to you." And so Ava basically was playing him Dutch, right? So he left and Janine was like, "Ava, I really think that he was trying with you." So Ava played the hell out of Janine, talking about a hole in her heart. And Janine, was like, she was trying to go in for a hug, and Ava was like, "Gotcha." I said, "Oh my God." And she said, "Ava, I'm gonna kick your ass." And Ava was like, you gotta be able to reach my ass to kick it." I was like, good one, right? Now, we get to the judging of the science fair. Morton, here's the thing. I'm not mad at you for telling kids the truth, because there was this little boy who did something, I forgot what he did, but whatever the little boy did, Morton was so rude. And then you had Barbara and Jacob who wanted to be positive with the kid, right? And be nice. And Morton told him, don't do that. He said, "Don't do that. If you be honest with them, the higher the standards are. If you be honest with them, then the higher the standards, the more they'll learn." I was like, I mean, I kind of get it, but here's the thing. I get it. You want to be honest with the kids, right? You always want to be open and honest with anybody you're giving criticism to. It's always a way to do it constructively and not come off as a jerk, an asshole, and stuff like that. That's what Morton came off as a complete asshole, right? And they went through, they continued to go through it and just continued to be rude to the kids. I was like, fuck. Y'all, like, if the kids were already up here thinking highly of themselves, then you just stomped them down to the mud. So Ava's dad came, right? And she saw her dad, right? So then Morton got on the microphone to tell who won the science fair. He said nobody won. I was like, wow, Morton. Again, a little, I mean, damn. So you just gonna crush these kids. That's not, okay, you know what it is? It is what it is, right? But the kids were frustrated, and I was like, I actually agree with these kids. Like, they don't put in all this hard work, and you're gonna sit here and tell them that nobody wins? Again, Morton, you just, you're a real winner, buddy. I see why your two ex-wives divorced you. Why would anybody want to be married to somebody that dark? Now, one of the little girls, the one that wouldn't tell Janine what her project was, what her science fair project was, right? She got on the microphone and no. Was it her? One of the kids got on the microphone and actually, no. When Morton said nobody won, all the kids were, visibly upset, right? And they're basically saying, well, I wanted to do a volcano and put, jelly beans on it, but Miss Teagues said no. I wanted to do, something. I wanted to just do a potato and a light, and Miss Sheminti was talking about Vegas. So they realized that the adults got heavily involved, right? So one of the little girl who would not tell what her idea was, she said, "How about we do this, you guys? We all go back to our original ideas, X out what the teacher said, we vote, and we decide who the winner is, right?" So Ava was like, I was just trying to help. So I'm a victim here. I was like, Ava, you're the one that came in with the competition. So Morton, he's talking to Barbara and Jacob, right? And he said he takes great things and turns them into bad things. You did, because this was good for the kids, and you flipped this. But he's also talking about his ex-wives as well, right? So Barbara says that, this, she likes that the students are doing this for them. He said, "You're wrong, I'm right." I was like, huh? Never mind. So they ultimately gave Morton some advice, right? And he said, maybe they should hang out more. And Barbara said, "Absolutely not." And Jacob was like, "Yeah, psych." I was like, "Jacob, that man's gonna hate you even more." But okay. So we see Ava's dad, and he came up to her, and he told her, the event was good. She said, "I know." And she says, "Thank you for the money." I was like, Ava said, "Thank you for the money." She didn't say nothing else to her dad, right? And he told her he could throw in some free haircuts. And she said, "I saw the way you cut Gregory's hair. No, thank you. We good," right? So the kids ultimately picked a winner, and the winner was the young lady who would not tell Janine what her project was. So what her test was, basically, it was these adults that they couldn't handle competition. And I was like, "You're right about that," because Melissa couldn't handle it, Janine couldn't handle it. They got overly competitive. And it was a science fair. One, it's a science fair, and it's for the kids. Like, but okay. So at the end of the episode, you guys, we see as Mr. Johnson is pressing the button that he's thinking is for his remote control car, right? And Janine was like, "Mr. Johnson, that's not for your car." And they were like, they were like, "It's for the volcano." And so you hear the volcano gurgling, right? And they're like, "It's gonna blow." I was like, "Y'all know it's a little model volcano. It's not like it's just going and erupt." And I'm like, I'm pretty sure, and it's not hot lava, molten hot lava in there. So I was like, "What are y'all running for?" Because I mean, they took off running. And when the thing went off, it was the equivalent of a fart, and then a little just spewed out of it. I said, "Oh my God, they ran for that." But it was hilarious. It was hilarious to me, you guys. All right, you guys. That's all I got. It is 6:23 in the morning, and I got to get up from here and be on my way to the airport, you guys, so I can get to the ATL. As always, you guys, please stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. So, as you guys know, Ready to Love premieres tonight. I may wait, cause Ready to Love, it'll come on at 8 o'clock in Atlanta. So let me see what time this kickback is. 7:30. I may have time. No. I won't have time. 7:30. It comes on at 8. So you guys will. I'm thinking 7:30. I'm still thinking. I'm forgetting I'm gonna be on a different time zone. So, because it comes on at 7 here, and it comes on at 8 there. So, whoa. I may be able to get it up today for you. I may be able to get up tonight for you guys. If not tonight, you guys will see it Saturday morning. More than likely, it'll be Saturday morning that you guys see it. But yeah, you guys, as always, like I say, stay safe out there, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next video.